Every time I turn on the TV, it's a new fear. My retirement's in danger. My phone's being hacked. My joints are failing. And apparently I've been scammed 17 times already this week.
And don't forget, if we don't buy that gold-backed crypto knee brace right now, we're going to all die broke, bald, and alone.
Well, this is Jim. He's strong, steady, and immune to all the panic that floods my inbox every morning.
And this is Tab. She's sharp, skeptical, and has a sixth sense for spotting fear-based BS when it's being marketed to us. And together, we're Unretired AF.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Unretired AF podcast. We're going to be talking about the industry of fear. But before we go there, we want to give a shout out to our subscribers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really, really appreciate you. If you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. And we would encourage you to hit that subscribe button. All right, so let's get into it. Because fear isn't just an emotion anymore.
No.
It's an entire industry.
Yes, it is.
Fear has always been a motivator. I mean, that part isn't new. I think we've always sort of seen that. But these days, it's a strategy being utilized by a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
And toward us. So entire industries are being built just to keep us in a state of panic. And we see health supplements, retirement accounts, security systems. I'm sure you can think of some things.
I mean, the one that comes to mind the most is reverse mortgages.
Right.
Medical alert systems.
Right.
Help me, I've fallen and can't get up.
Right.
You name it.
Right.
It's not, hey, if you get this, it's going to make your life a lot better.
No.
It's, if you don't get this, something bad will happen to you.
Right. Right.
And one of the biggest players cashing in on your anxiety is who? The media.
Yes.
Let's talk about their fear hustle.
24-hour news doesn't care whether or not you're informed. I mean, they make it seem like they care about us, and I don't care which channel it is. It doesn't matter which one, which side of the aisle. They all are in the business of what? Selling ads.
Yep.
They don't care if you're informed. They care if you're hooked. And fear is something that keeps people tuned in.
Yeah, and it's not just one channel or political party.
Right.
It's totally across the board.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fear sells ratings.
Right.
And ratings sell ads.
Right.
It's not a coincidence. It's a business model.
Well, especially when, I mean, if you think about it, have you seen like a story about some specific thing, and then the very next ad for that story, that news story, is something that's going to save you from that?
Yeah.
It's all crap. So if you think you're not being targeted specifically, think again, because there's a reason that the fear machine is targeting us. And what's that reason? The over 60s control 70% of the wealth in the United States.
Yeah.
So these companies try to scare us into what? Spending it.
Yeah. They use subtle manipulation.
Right.
And it is manipulation.
Right.
If you don't act now, you'll lose. Fill in the blank.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Think about the last time, we don't watch network TV, so we don't see many commercials, but the last time we watched TV, there were two that were dominant in the industry: insurance companies and pharma, big pharma.
Right.
And anything you can do, but they all lead to what? Fear. Right. You got to have this, or you're gonna die.
Oh, that title thing. They're talking about your house title. Yeah. And they got very scared. Now they're selling that. Was it title lock insurance or whatever? I mean, it's always something. It's always something.
Right. So it's about their betting, and their risk management department is betting that they can be fearful enough that they can create a underlying stream of income from fear on we that hold the wealth.
Yeah.
And it works. It absolutely works.
It works. And it's not just about what they sell you.
No.
It's about what that fear keeps you from doing.
Right. Right. That's good.
The danger with fear isn't just stress, because fear paralyzes you.
It does.
Fear makes people second guess all their decisions. It makes them not make decisions at all, and they just sit in their house. And
Yeah.
I mean, I have had relatives like that just sat and watched the news all day long, and were so afraid of everything because all you're getting is one side of the story. The news is never showing the positive things
Right.
going on in the world. That's not what sells ads. They are selling the negative.
Yeah.
So you're just getting hammered with it, and then you start. A lot of times, a lot of people just get paralyzed, and they don't make any decisions. They don't
Sure.
go out of the house. They don't do anything.
Yeah. So, what's the secret sauce at our age? Courage.
Yeah.
Courage to not believe all that BS.
Right.
Courage to do your own research.
Right.
If I laugh because it seems like all these big pharma, their disclaimer is that it may have, leaky buttholes or whatever. I mean,
Well, they call it something anal leakage.
I mean, come on, man. Really? For some ointment you're going to put on your skin? I don't want to go through that.
No.
I just don't want
well,
that.
and there's just a lot of fear. But like you said, I mean, courage is what all of us, have to do, because you have to recognize that you're being targeted.
Yeah. And just because they're spending a lot of money on ads doesn't mean that it's right.
Right. It doesn't mean it's accurate.
No.
Or that it's even a real fear.
Right.
I mean, so if we have to flip that script. We have to flip that script. We can't control the fear. We can't control them marketing, fear-based ads to us, but we can control how we respond.
Absolutely. Absolutely we can.
So you need to unplug sometimes from what I call the fear faucet. And that's going to be cable news, which is all of them. It's going to be MSNBC. It's going to be CNN. And guess what? It's going to be Fox News too.
Yep.
It's going to be all of them, because they all create a fear faucet.
Right.
And you also need to, and a lot of people don't realize this, how much you're marketed to on social media.
Right.
I mean, even when you're watching YouTube, you're getting a lot of ads.
Yep.
When you're on Facebook, Facebook now, to me, in my feed, is all ads.
Yeah.
I hardly ever see any of my friends post anymore, because it's just ad after ad after ad. And then if you and I even talk about something...
I was just going to mention that. Don't think for a second, folks, that Google or whoever it is, I don't want to use any names.
Well, you can use names. Meta, Google, X.
They are listening to your conversations, and that's why all of a sudden, at first I was surprised. Hey, we were just talking about that, and all of a sudden I have a new insole that I need on my shoe. Why is that? Well, because they're doing direct marketing to you.
Well, and it's even more than direct marketing. It's like highly targeted, not even in your in your niche or your group of people your age, and maybe your background, your gender, even your industry that you're affiliated with. It's to you.
Right.
Like let me just I didn't even tell you this. We had people over on 4th of July just the other day, just on Sunday, or on Friday rather, and for a party for 4th of July. And my sister, because we have cats, which if you've watched our channel, we have cats. And she was telling me about this thing that she saw, this little glove thing that you put on, and you go like that, and it will get all the animal fur off of your clothes or furniture or whatever. And she was like looking on Facebook trying to find the ad, and she couldn't find it. We were talking about it for a few minutes. This morning on Facebook, that freaking ad came up.
Wow.
Now, I have never searched for anything for the cats on Facebook, but that ad came up because we were talking about it the other day. Isn't that insane?
That is.
So it's not targeted like in the traditional sense of marketing, where and I've run ads for my business before on Google, and you can select the age range, the income, the gender,
Yeah.
the industry that they're in, exactly where they're located, zip by zip, down to the zip code. But it's blown that out of the water,
Wow.
and I'm sure that's AI that's
Yeah,
helping.
I'm
do.
sure.
I'm not positive on that, but I'm sure I would bet money on it that it's AI. So it is just targeting you specifically and what you're talking about, what you're clicking,
Yeah.
what you're watching. And I'm sure that all these, maybe I'm paranoid, but it doesn't mean that they're not, spying on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because I'm a little bit paranoid, but I think that that they, are keeping really very detailed records of all of our what we buy at the grocery store, especially if we're
Sure.
using a debit card. And if I'm sure that our banks are coughing up that information, especially if they're getting paid to, which they probably are. And I don't know that for sure. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me get back to that. So yeah, so unplug from the fear faucet, which is the cable news and the social media doom scrolling. If you don't know what doom scrolling is, it's basically it's when you get on social media, like let's say you get on X. X is probably one of the biggest doom scrolling apps because it's much more current of what's happening right now when you're going through your feed.
Yeah.
And if anything bad is happening and everybody's talking about it,
It's there.
it sucks you in. It's all of a sudden you hear the sucking sound
Yeah.
of getting pulled in, and next thing you know, you look up and you've been scrolling on your phone for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's not pleasant. It's not like if you're on Facebook and you're looking at feed of your friends and what they're
Right.
doing and their kids and blah blah blah. It's not that. It's different. And I think I think even Facebook has gotten away from that a little bit to where it's a lot of doom scrolling too.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So ask yourself a question: who benefits from you personally being afraid?
Right.
And
right.
when I say afraid, it's not physically afraid, but it's in your mind,
Stress
wondering,
or anxious.
yeah, do I really need this?
Right.
All you have to do, the old saying we've heard our whole lives, follow the money.
Right. Right. No.
At the end of the day, your fear is always going to be there.
Yeah.
All of us are fearful of waking up and finding something that we didn't expect.
Right.
Or having something happen to us that we're like, oh, that shouldn't have happened. That should never happen to me. But it does.
Right.
It does, and it always will. At the end of the day, as I said, fear will always be there, but we can control in our own lives how we handle that. We don't have to, if our car breaks down, we don't have to take it to, Johnny's Service that's going to charge us $4 million
or the
dealership for an 80-cent part.
Right.
There are people out there that are trying to take our money. Right. And, I use that as an example, but it's just everything. If you don't research the people you have coming in your house to fix things, if you just trust, oh, well, they've got to be good. They have a big presence on Facebook. Yeah, but did you look at their reviews?
Right.
Anybody can have an ad on Facebook. Anybody
right.
can
right.
peddle their wares to, hell, there's people that pay other people to peddle their wares.
Right.
And they're the most worthless companies that there are. So control your own life, control your own destiny.
Right.
Don't be scared. Don't let that run your life.
Right. Right. Well, and I think, and this is something that's happening currently in the news. And, regardless of how you feel, sometimes we just need to look at the issues and take away the political party affiliated with it. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about RFK Jr., whether you like him or don't like him. It doesn't really matter. And we're not a political show. But I do like one aspect of what, I like that he is trying to get pharmaceutical ads off of the TV, off of social media, off of that. Because, honestly, how can you, I think it's ridiculous of how that was even allowed in the first place because we're not doctors. So what? They show us a commercial for something and we see some woman, skipping and dancing in a meadow, because her husband got Viagra.
Yeah.
Let's just get freaking real. you know?
Right.
I mean, we're not qualified to make decisions whether certain medicine
Exactly.
is right for us. And for these companies to be spending millions of dollars on ads, they're doing those ads to manipulate us to go in and ask our doctor for those drugs, and we're the target market for the
Yes.
pharmaceutical company. We
Absolutely.
absolutely are. And think about this. Think about this. Another aspect of that, if they pull all these pharmaceutical ads off of the TV and off of media, let's just say media, it just encompasses all of it. Guess what? I mean, I think all of us, no matter what side of the aisle, no matter what color you associate yourself politically with, I think that we would all benefit if the freaking media didn't have one of their biggest clients to be the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
If they didn't allow them to advertise, guess what? They're going to be a little bit more honest, I think, about covering those products.
Absolutely.
Because you never see, Three on Your Side and all those you never see them dealing with anything to do with the medical and the pharmaceutical industry.
No, they're a protected class.
Exactly. So I think having it be illegal for the pharmaceutical companies to advertise on the media would have so many positive repercussions for us.
I agree.
I think that we would have more honest news.
Yep.
Because they're not being controlled by them, or at least influenced by them, because they're one of the biggest sponsors.
Right.
And I think that we wouldn't be manipulated into being afraid and think we need to have that latest thing.
Right.
Right. I don't know. That was a little tangent, but I think that it's accurate.
But think about it too. I mean, they know sex sells, and what's one of the biggest things are all these I'm going to call them enhancements, male enhancement drugs.
Viagra, Cialis,
yeah, all of that.
Oh, it's big money.
Big
multiple
money.
dollars per tablet.
Yeah. Huge dollars. If you get the real stuff, it's huge.
Yeah.
From everything from shots to pills.
Yeah.
And it's just and now you can order that stuff and don't even have to go through a doctor.
Right.
I don't encourage that.
Yeah.
I don't encourage that at all.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to put something in your body, you need to know what it does.
Now, let's do your own research. Don't ever make medical decisions or want to do something based on a commercial.
Right.
Just understand they don't have your best interest in heart. They're just trying to make money.
Yeah.
They're just trying to sell. So just do your own research. And the thing is, now we live in the information age.
We do.
And I would really suggest that you do like what I've done, and that is get familiar with some of the AI programs. I know it can be a little bit intimidating, and I know we've been always told, oh, AI is bad. Well, you know what? AI is gonna. I mean, whatever's gonna happen with AI is gonna happen. It's out of our hands. It's Pandora's box has been opened. It's gonna happen. But there are a lot of uses of AI that our generation can really utilize.
Absolutely.
Like, if your doctor wants you to take a certain medication, you can go into ChatGPT or Grok. Grok is the one that's on X. There's Gemini that's on, I believe, Google. There's Assist that is on DuckDuckGo. I mean, there's so many different what are called AI agents out there. And put your questions in there, and you will get more information than if you just put it into a search engine.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a little bit more curated information.
Right.
Because you can get all kind of weird stuff when you just put it into a search engine. But at least those AI protocols, they are much better. I'm not going to say they're foolproof, but they're much better at weeding out the weird, weird stuff. I'm not even going to call it misinformation, because sometimes misinformation is just labeled that based on political party, and I don't believe in that. Right. I think there is objective science, and we can look at you can look at studies for different pharmaceuticals that you're considering taking, and do your research. And it's easy. It is so easy. You can even do it on your phone and do it voice activated. Yeah. Like when you go into when you open up chatgpt.com on your phone, and instead of typing it on the little keyboard there's a little icon for a microphone. You just hit that, and speak. Just speak clearly, and it'll go right into there. And you hit send, and it'll send it off, and you'll get all your information. So I would just encourage you, because I think that information is one of the things that helps people overcome fear.
Absolutely. And I personally, I'm excited for RFK to be involved in this. What I'm excited the most about is if he's going to try to take some of the stuff that is ingredients in our food that you
Right.
can't even pronounce.
Right.
If you can't
That's
pronounce
what
it,
we should be afraid of.
I
It's our
know.
freaking food.
If you can't pronounce it, why do you want to put it in your body?
Well, and there's so many products that are being sold here in America that are not allowed to be sold in other countries of the
Right.
world. We have to ask why. Why are we allowing shit to be packaged and sold to us that is not even considered food in other countries?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that way we
Do
can
your
go.
own research. We're not nutritionists, we're anything, but
No.
it's really opened our eyes lately
Yeah.
to as we've been trying to clean our life up.
Yeah. Eat
Some of the
healthier.
stuff that we've been eating is, man, no
Yeah.
wonder we're overweight.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things, but
yeah,
well, and I guess the takeaway from this episode, which is encompassing all the things that we talked
it
about, is
is.
it's okay to be cautious, but you just have to ask yourself, who profits from me feeling this way?
Yeah,
If you're feeling like you watch something and it makes you feel a certain way, just pause and say, who's profiting from me feeling this way?
right. And as I said earlier, we're never going to stop fear from existing.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
But we can stop by buying it by the bottle.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
you need to be fearful of things.
Right.
Fear is an emotion that is
keeps us safe.
It keeps us safe. It's one of the things that makes you question things. But
Well, and it's a difference between being skeptical and cautious and being in fear.
exactly, that's what I was just going to
Oh, I'm
say.
sorry.
That's okay. That's great. So keep the fear, but just learn how to manage it.
I don't want to keep the fear.
Huh?
I don't want to keep the fear.
But you're gonna have to. It's part of our existence. It's just part of us, the way we're wired.
Gotcha.
So
I mean, I guess we can say, not rather than keep the fear, I guess we can say we got to learn to live with it.
yeah, manage the fear.
We got to manage it. Yeah.
Manage our
yeah.
manage
We got
the
to
fear.
manage it, because honestly, I think all of us, and it'll be an episode for a topic for another episode, but we have a lot more life behind us than ahead of us.
No doubt.
And that brings its own share of things that cause some anxiety.
Absolutely.
So we don't need these companies pouring it on.
No.
And piling on just because we have some cash that they want to take from us. So anyway, just use your discernment. Do your research. We have the tools are out there and available. If you have any questions and you're interested in and maybe us doing an episode on things like ChatGPT or whatever, put it in the comments, because if we don't know that what you want, we won't know to do those episodes. We won't know that our viewers are interested in that. So let us know.
Yeah, and as staff just said, we have a comment section.
Yep.
If you have anything to comment on, we've talked about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Don't be fearful to put out a comment.
Right.
Throw something out there for us.
Yeah.
We'd love to read it. We'd love to see if you have any fears and how you've conquered your fear of something.
Yeah.
So please put it in our comments. We appreciate anybody that is a subscriber. If you feel like you have fun watching us, tell a friend. We thank you for everything.
Yeah. And if you've enjoyed today's episode and you want to see us every day in your feed, Monday through Friday, that's when we post our content, please hit that subscribe button, and we would really super appreciate it.
We sure would.
Well, we're not slowing down.
And neither should you. And together, we're Unretired AF.